Good morning, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by other historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the Smart Device application, Today in History. What happened today in history?
Historical calendar, and on this website, onthisday.com.
For links to those sources, the music done by Carrera, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am Xander.
Shohin.
And we most likely will be joined by the Golden Loon before too long. I don't know what he's doing right now. But anyway, today is Moon's Day, aka Monday, March 13th, 2023. Time marches on and stops for nobody.
Yes.
Yep.
No. Also, speaking of time, 483, St. Felix III begins his reign as Catholic Pope.
Ah, alright.
Yep. And, oh, this is interesting. 1677, Massachusetts gains title to Maine for $6,000.
Huh. So are we talking about the state of Maine?
I guess. Yeah, I guess.
But is Massachusetts isn't connected to Maine at all, are they? Like,
No.
huh, that's odd.
But they gained title to him for $6,000.
Huh. Well, okay.
Also, 1781, William Herschel sees what he thinks is a comet, but actually discovers the discovery of the planet Uranus.
Oh.
I told you, don't bend over, Xander.
Hey, I'm sorry. I had to pick something up, and I had Taco Bell. I couldn't help myself. So.
And William saw Uranus.
Hey, you know that it just says that fart was so legendary it transcended time and space itself. So. But hey, we have been joined by, speaking of farts, you know.
Wait a minute.
Well,
Wow.
You're an old fart.
Thank you so
Hey,
much.
did you let
Oh,
Mr.
thank you.
Senior
You're
Loon know
What?
that Brendan Fraser won Academy Award
yeah.
for The Whale?
Yeah, they had to. That was an incredible performance. He had to.
Yeah, for anyone who hasn't seen the movie The Whale, please go see it. And also, you should probably see the stage performance itself as well. So if you ever see it, like, you know, if you follow any of your, like, you know, local theater, you know, news or whatever, if you ever see The Whale coming around, go watch it. It's really good.
Problem with the stage is you have to have that actor that pulls it off.
Yeah.
That's the key.
But stage is a level above movies, because anybody can make a movie,
Yeah,
you know?
well, not anybody, but yeah.
Well, it's a lot easier, you know?
It's just way different.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, we're going to move on up to actually 1790. John Martin, the first U.S.-born actor, or I guess American-born, you know, this was before we were the U.S., performed in Philadelphia. All right. So he was the first, you know, actor born over here. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's nice.
1852, Uncle Sam cartoon figure made its debut in the New York Lantern Weekly.
Look at that, Uncle Sam.
All the way back in 1852.
Wow.
Wow.
I didn't realize he is an old guy.
Yeah, well, he has white hair, you know.
It's true.
Well, then, 1865, Confederate President Jefferson Davis signed a bill authorizing the use of slaves as soldiers, the U.S. Civil War. Yeah, well, you know, they were scraping, you know, anybody into service that they could.
I wonder if they offered them freedom after the war.
Oh, of course not. No.
You don't think so?
No, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Although, like, we did offer escaped slaves if they served in the military, you know, amnesty.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think we gave them amnesty right out of the chute, didn't we? We didn't return them. I know that.
Well, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, you know, like, it wasn't really until the Emancipation Proclamation, because, like, when the Civil War started, it didn't start because of slavery, but it turned into a moral war.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But. Yeah, there's a whole thing about that behind, you know, Lincoln and all that stuff. Anyway,
slavery was the straw that broke the camel's back. Actually.
Yeah. Let's move on up to 1868. The Senate began U.S. President Andrew Johnson's impeachment trial. Huh. I wonder what he was doing. Well, didn't he, like, get caught up in some scandal? Or not scandal, but, like, some accusation or something?
I don't know.
Oh, wait, no, that was somebody else. Not Andrew Johnson. It was, Andrew Jackson or something. Like, somebody was accused of wanting to start another secessionary movement from the U.S. So, anyway, I think it's back to you, Mr.
Yes, it
Sohan,
is.
but 1869 actually that should be highlighted.
1869, Arkansas legislative passes anti-Ku Klux Klan law.
Good.
That's right. Keep them
Yeah.
down.
Why is that not highlighted?
I don't know.
Really?
Also, because they're Democrats.
Oh, that explains it. Yeah.
1877, American Chester Greenwood patents earmuffs after inventing them at age 15.
Wow. So a 15-year-old invented a way to cover your ears. After how many thousands of years of humans, being exposed to cold weather?
Yeah.
It took us that long to figure that out? God, we're a stupid species. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Also, 1881, Alexander II of Russia is assassinated by members of far-left terror group People's Will, who throw a bomb at him in the city of St. Petersburg. Oh God, they chucked it at him like, "Hey, catch!"
Grenade!
I didn't know how he died.
Oh,
That's something.
there we go. Far left.
Yeah, I know how they took his family and killed his whole family, but
Yeah.
you never hear how he died.
Hey,
Yeah.
so you can say that bomb came out of left field.
Oh God, I got another one.
Yeah. There's no escape.
Nothing.
But damn, dude, yeah, like what we say on this show and the other shows, whenever we bash left, we're not doing it because we hate them. Well, we do, but we're doing it because.
What we do.
Well, I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, if you deserve to be bashed, left or right,
It,
bash.
it was I was just doing a baseball joke,
Yeah.
They threw it at him.
Yeah,
So,
that's
you know.
right. That's right.
But the second 1884, that's interesting.
Yep. Also, 1884, the siege. Okay, yeah. 1884, U.S. adopts standard time.
Huh. Speaking of standard time, we sprung forward yesterday, so
Yeah.
anybody who doesn't have automated clocks, automated clocks are everywhere nowadays. Setting your clocks back manually, that's a thing of the past.
Still have to go around. All the oven clocks, everything like that, have to be changed manually.
A lot of people today have smart ovens, smart everything,
Yeah.
could you imagine just in one more generation, people won't need to be doing that?
Don't have to learn how to tell time either. It
Yeah.
just tells you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think, I think if you put any kid in front of a normal clock, they won't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Let alone.
What is it called? Obviously digital for numbers, but what is with the hands? What is that?
Analog?
I don't know.
I guess.
Yeah, analog because most stuff is digital now.
Yeah. And then we have that clock, the big clock we have downstairs, in the
Yeah.
living room.
Yeah.
It's all Roman numerals.
Yeah.
Nobody knows how to read those. So it's
right.
first off, what is this? Secondly, what
Yeah.
are those symbols? It's those are numbers.
I know how to read Roman numerals. Things like Rocky, Star Wars, Final Fantasy.
How about the clock with no numbers, just dots?
I can read one of those.
I hope so.
Well, no, I can read it without the dots.
Yes, of course. You just have to watch where the hands are.
Yeah. Anyway, 1905 here, Mata Hari first performed her dance act at the Goemont Museum in Paris. Right,
That's a name that's lived a long time.
Yeah, an exotic dancer, courtesan, and German spy. Oh, that's not good. She was
I do
spying
remember
for
something
the
about that. Yeah.
spying for the bad guys. Okay, well, that's not good. We also have another historic event, 1918. Leon Trotsky gained control of the Red Army. Huh?
Trotsky, yeah.
Yeah, Trotsky, but ultimately,
Eventually, he loses it.
Yeah. Well, Stalin did his thing, and Trotsky, Trotsky got executed. On
Did
the
he
other
go to
side.
Mexico or something?
Yeah, he fled to Brazil or whatever. I don't know, but nowhere you went on this planet, you were free from Stalin, and he still got it.
Yeah.
So anyway, what is this? 1920, after the German government was forced to cut its army by 10,000 men, or to 10,000 men, military groups plot an unsuccessful coup. A revolt ended by a general strike. Wow. So.
What year was that again?
1920. So after the First World War.
Yeah.
Wow. And then 1925. Oh, come on, Tennessee, my birth state, made it unlawful to teach evolution. Oh, come on. Wow. You know, speaking of evolution, and I've said this before, I haven't said this in a while. I don't know why, like, you know, the papacy, the Catholics, the Christians, and all this stuff haven't gone after Pokemon, you know, more than if they ever have. Like, you know, like
I don't know why. I don't know enough.
because
about
it's
Pokemon.
all about evolution.
Oh.
Because Pokemon,
I'm
like,
about
you
to
know,
say-
you evolve your Pokemon to the next level. You know.
I'm about to say, they don't want us. They don't want to be attacked by some crazy guy painted whatever color Machamp is. That's just going after them.
Yeah, that's true. There are a lot of crazy people out there. So, but then we got some cricket history. 1929, 20-year-old Australian cricket super batsman Don Bradman scored 123 in fifth Test versus England at MCG, his second Test century, mate.
Cricket.
Damn,
Ah,
Mr. Bradman.
Mr. Bradman. But hey, I don't know why this isn't highlighted, Mr. Stoen. It's your turn, 1930, if you don't mind.
1930, Clyde Turnbull, a discovery of Pluto at Lowell Observatory.
Yeah, the discovery of Pluto,
Oh, yeah.
which is today a dwarf planet. Yeah. Oh, the next one, if you want, it's up to you. But we spoke about this the other day, actually. I think.
Yeah, 1933, American banks allow reopen after a government-imposed bank holiday.
I remember last weekend we were talking about FDR.
Yeah.
Did a bank holiday.
Yeah.
So I believe this might be the end of that.
And also in 1933, Joseph Goebbels becomes Nazi German Minister of Information and Propaganda.
Yeah. Goebbels. Yeah. Bad person.
Yeah, crazy man. Also, there's this picture of him staring at the cameraman who he finds out is a Jew.
Oh. Let's see
Yeah.
here. Joseph Goebbels. Let me see if I can find this. Staring at camera. Images. Oh, this one.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
information that the cameraman has Jewish family members.
So right here, this is the first picture he took, and then
Just there of
he somehow found out the cameraman, this guy, you know, has like, you know, Jewish ties.
Yeah, and
And this is
you can see him
afterwards,
looking
like,
at him.
what?
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Visibly
It's called the stare of hate.
Yeah, visible evil right there. So, but 1935 as well. That's pretty interesting.
Okay, let me get back to it.
All right.
The first one, yeah, 1935 driving test introduced in Great Britain.
Ah, good.
Yeah, before that, they was just handing out licenses and telling them to bugger off.
Yeah. There's our license now. Bugger off. Go eat some beans and bacon. 1942, Julia Flick of the Nurse Corps became the first woman colonel in U.S. Army. Why is that not highlighted? Oh, right, because our sources are leftist. And the last thing they want is actually to practice what they preach. So, 1943, baseball approved official ball with cork and balata. What's balata? Do you know what balata is?
It sounds like bladder. Are you sure it's not bladder?
Balata is a tropical American tree which bears edible fruit and produces latex. The dried sap of the balata tree used as substitute for rubber.
Okay,
so-
so that's what they
Yeah,
wound it in.
cork and balata.
Yeah.
Interesting. So two different trees.
Yeah.
Then 1943, we got a failed assassination attempt on Adolf Hitler during the Smolensky-Rastenburg flight. Was that the suitcase bomb?
I
Not
think
sure.
so.
Let's see here. Come on. V. There we go. 20 July plot. No, that's something else. Oh, that's a bomb plane or plane bomb. Well, there's been multiple multiple assassination attempts. Not surprising, but the only one we really know about is the bomb under the desk. So.
Yeah. Suitcase.
But there have been others, you know. So. 1943, Nazis liquidated the Jewish ghetto in Krakow. Oskar Schindler, with advanced information, has saved his workers by keeping them in his factory overnight. Schindler's List, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
Yes.
So. And then right back to you, sir.
Okay, 1944, USSR recognizes Italian government Pietro Badoglio.
It has to be the guy after Mussolini.
44. Yeah, Mussolini was gone by 44. He was already
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, it has to be the guy after Mussolini. So,
And 1945, Queen Wilhelmina returns to the Netherlands.
huh. All right. It's cool.
Oh shit. 1950, General Motors Corporation reports record net earnings of 656,443,000. Let me start over. 656,434,232
Wow.
dollars.
And no change.
No change.
No, Obama took it all. But man, dude, like 1950, over half a billion dollars.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, record earnings.
Yeah. Pardon me. 1951, Israel demanded 6.2 billion Deutschmarks compensation from Germany. Billion, really? Wow.
I wonder why Israel would be demanding that.
Oh, because they're Jews. You know, like you know
but
what
it's
German.
not- what? How does it? Yes, it's a Jewish state,
Yeah,
but it's still a state of its own.
they're cashing
Well,
in on the Holocaust.
Developed after the war. So
Yeah.
how does Israel, just because their heritage is Jewish?
Exactly. They're cashing in on the Holocaust. Simple as that. 1954, Braves Bobby Thompson broke his ankle. He was replaced by Hank Aaron. Oh,
One of the all-time greats.
yeah. And then we got 1954, Viet Minh General Vo Nguyen Giap opened the assault on French forces at Dien Bien Phu, northwest Vietnam. So yeah, that's when the Vietnam conflict really started.
Yeah.
You know, which is, you know, like, it's strange because, like, you know, you like, I look at it, it's like it really started in 1941, I believe, because when France got invaded by Germany and then subsequently taken over, Vietnam was a French protectorate. Well, at the time, France didn't exist anymore.
True.
So, you know, why the hell would they still be under the rule of a country that's under the rule of another country now? You know? So break free. I guess it didn't really take off until the 50s here, and then we got involved like another decade later.
By the 50s there, they were trying to prevent communism. It was called the domino effect. If one goes down, they'll all fall.
Well, no, that was our involvement. France.
Yeah, later, but that's still what they were fighting right there, France.
No, France was fighting to keep it under their control. Communism was coming in and then reforming under their own banner, like, you know, like, what's the word?
And wasn't France fighting that?
Yeah, but they were trying to preserve their protectorate. It's not about whether or not it was communism at first. It was the fact that they were losing, you know, one of their colonies.
Okay.
So, even though after World War II, there, you know, the not the Treaty of Versailles, the Geneva Convention, basically prohibited, you know, empire-like activities.
France had a puppet government in there.
Vichy France had its own puppet government. That was subservient to the Nazis in the southern area of France. The northern area of France, if we're talking about World War II occupation, it was completely occupied by Germans in North France. But southern France, Vichy France.
I'm talking about Vietnam. Wouldn't they have had in 1954 a puppet government in there, beholding to France? And they're trying to fight off the Communist Party coming in.
Well, yeah, it was France. It's been French Indochina for like 100 some odd years.
Yeah.
So it's a puppet government.
Yeah.
You know, that they control. Well, that government was under it. You know, it so happened to be, you know, communism, but it didn't matter if it was communism, capitalism, whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
They were losing it.
Yeah.
That's the point. So, and then we came in with our Star Spangled Awesomeness, being like, oh, communism, and then once again we got our teeth kicked in. So. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on up here to 1955. LPGA title holders championship women's golf, Augusta Country Club. Patty Berg won her sixth title holders title by 2 strokes from Mary Lena Falk. All right. And I believe it's back to you, Mr. Sohan.
Yes. 1956, The Searchers, American Western film directed by John Ford and starring John Wayne and Natalie Wood is released.
John Wayne, Pilgrim. Ooh, this guy.
Yeah, 1957. Bloody battle in Cuba after the student-led revolutionary doctorate. attacks the presidential palace in Havana. An unsuccessful attempt to depose dictator Fulgencio Batista.
It's
Batista.
it's always the colleges, student led.
Hmm.
So it's always the colleges.
Also, 1961, Floyd Patterson KOs Ingmar Johansson in 6 for a heavyweight boxing title.
Floyd Patterson, the good old boxing cowboy.
Ingemar Johansson.
Yeah.
Yep, I remember that fight.
Race for the sky.
There's a boot in my snake. Wait a minute. 1961 as well. JFK set up the Alliance for Progress. I've never heard about that. What was the Alliance for Progress? 1961. Let's see here. Answer. Initiated by President John F. Kennedy in 1961, the Alliance for Progress sought to establish economic cooperation between the U.S. and Latin America and avert an expansion of communist influence in the region. So once again, everything was revolving around communism versus capitalism back in that time. But yeah, like this was, I believe it might have been predecessor to, I forgot what it's called, but it's that trade agreement between U.S., Mexico, and Canada.
Well, that's way down. So that's a different scenario there.
Well, that's open trade.
Talking about the North American Union. What?
Let me see here. The USTR, United States Mexico Canada Agreement. So yeah, free trade and all that stuff. This other one, it sought to establish economic cooperation between the U.S. and Latin America, so beyond just Mexico. But it sounds like, this was the predecessor to that or something within that same vein.
We're trying to upgrade, you want prosperous neighbors, and that's what they're looking at. Mm-hmm. And now we've lost that war. China's gone in there big time.
Oh, man, don't even get me started on that. 1961, Mr. Sohan. Wait, whose turn is it anymore? I don't know.
I'll do it. Which one?
The last, the old type.
1961, old type black and white ceased to be legal tender.
Yeah, black and white notes. So before they were printing them in color. So that's interesting. Yeah.
Also, 1963, Paul Hiddensmith and Thornton Wilder's opera Long Christmas Dinner premiere in New York City.
Huh. Long Christmas dinner. That sounds like eating with relatives you don't like. So, which is every Thanksgiving, honestly. So, for most people. You got some music history here.
Yes, I do. 1965, British guitarist Eric Clapton quits the Yardbirds due to the band moving from traditional. Jeff Beck becomes his replacement.
You cut out a couple of times there.
How about now? 1965, British guitarist Eric Clapton quits the Yardbirds due to the band moving away from a traditional blues. Jeff Beck becomes his replacement.
All right, yeah, I heard that a lot better. Thank
Clapton
you.
was he's one of the all-time great blues guitarists, but he was strictly blues, and when he went more commercial, he said, "See ya."
Yeah.
Of course, you got Jeff Beck, one of the all-time great guitarists, so there you go.
Yeah.
A lot came out of that band.
Nope. Going to move on up to 1972, 7th Academy of Country Music Awards. Freddie Hart and Loretta Lynn won. All right. I also have some film and TV history. 1975, Bernard Slade's stage comedy, Same Time Next Year, starring Ellen Burstyn and Charles Grodin, opened at the Brooks Atkinson Theater, New York City. Later transferred to the Ambassador Theater and ran for a total of 1,453 performances. Dang. See, that's when you know a play is good. You know, like, several hundred performances is nice, but like, when you get into the thousands,
that is something special.
I always like that actor. He did some good, funny stuff.
And we got an NHL record, 1979, Isles Mike Bossy's 5th career hat trick.
He's on there a lot for hockey.
Yeah. Well, I don't understand why, things like this are highlighted. It makes no sense.
No.
We got a murder of interest, 1980. U.S. John Wayne Gacy received the death sentence in Illinois for the murder of 12 people.
Yes, and he was executed by lethal injection.
That's too good for him. Speaking of lethal injection, like, something that's nagging me, and like, I'm going to take a book out of, something somebody else has said. Like, this country is so obsessed with sterilization that they sterilize the needles before they lethally inject you. Like, what are they worried you're going to contract? They're killing you. They should just be using rusty-ass needles. Who cares? Who cares? Just go to San Francisco, scoop up a couple needles, from Main Street. There you go. You're good. 1980, U.S. speed skater Eric Heiden set world record 1,000 meters in 1 minute 13.60 seconds. Dang.
Yeah, he set all kinds of world records in that Olympics.
Ah. And then,
Okay.
Sohan, you got a television premiere here.
1982, ABC TV crime drama T.J. Hooker premiere starring William Shatner.
I had no idea he was in that. Isn't T.J.
Yes,
Hooker
he was.
like a police drama? Yeah, it's a crime drama.
Yep, it is.
Now.
Captain Kirk was in it.
Yeah.
Now.
I'm,
I'll give you
and
some
also
truth.
that's.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say Picard's better.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't complace. Kirk, no. Kirk is the one. Sorry. I'm an old timer. Now,
Yeah, there is one thing Kirk did that Picard didn't. Let the nation drive.
No, there's one thing that Kirk did that Picard didn't in real life. Actually go to space.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen, like, let me see if I can
Picard
find
just
it.
was in space.
Well, no. William Shatner's actually been to space.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's see if I can find, there's a picture of him. Here it is. This is William.
Yeah.
Suck it, Picard.
Oh, that's fantastic. Sorry, that's fantastic. Let me give you a trivia. Do you know who was the best man at Shatner's wedding?
Leonard Nimoy?
Yes!
What?
Yes!
What?
Spock!
I just pulled a name out of my ass!
I know you did.
Wow, I did not know that.
I gave you
Damn,
some
that,
trivia.
me neither. I'm new. This is new to me. Also, year later, same 1982, Ice Dance Cup Championship at Copenhagen, won by Jane Toville and Christopher Dean. GBR.
I don't know what GBR is.
Sound like some cheap beer, like PBR.
yeah. GBR ice dancing. Let me check this out here. GBR ice dancing. Great Britain's it says GBR. Says, what does it mean? British ice cream. Okay, well, I guess it's Great Britain to something. What does GBR mean? Guaranteed bit rate. Okay, well, that's something else. Ice dancing.
Hey, it's you
Okay.
you did ask.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to figure it out without some deep digging. So,
That's
audience, please look into this, and that's my challenge to you. What does GBR mean as far as Ice Dancing Championship and all
I
that
got
stuff?
one more.
Yes.
Also in 1982, men's figure skating championship in Copenhagen won by Scott Hamilton, U.S.
Huh. Well, I know what that stands for. So, I guess Great Britain Republic, the previous one? I don't know. So, anyway, we got another historic event. 1985, funeral services were held for Konstantin Chermenko in Moscow. Yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy who took power immediately after Stalin.
Yeah, Chernenko.
Yeah, and then
He's only there
Gorbachev.
for a short time.
Yeah, Gorbachev killed him.
Yeah.
Got
Did
the-
he kill him or just remove him?
Well, funeral services.
Well,
so
true.
like 1986, we got the 12 People's Choice Awards. Sylvester Stallone and Meryl Streep won with motion picture. Has to be a Rocky. And Bill Cosby,
Yes.
Linda Evans won with TV. It has to be Cosby Show.
Yeah.
It's 80, so I'm guessing Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids.
Fat Albert? Oh yeah, that's right. He was in there too. Huh? Maybe.
And they celebrated with free drinks on Cosby.
Third day in a row of using that joke.
Well, third day in a row he wins.
Yeah, you're true. You're right. 1987, John Gotti, boss of the Gambino crime family, was acquitted of racketeering.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, he was
Yeah,
innocent.
they had John Travolta play him in a
Oh.
movie.
Oh, what movie?
Gotti.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Huh. Anyway, you get to make the Bill Cosby joke again here.
Damn. 1988, 14th People's Choice Awards. Michael Douglas and Glenn Close win Motion Picture. I'm guessing Falling Down for him.
Falling Down. Why does that sound familiar? Oh, yeah, that one. Oh, okay. Yeah, that should win.
And Bill Cosby and Sybil Shepherd win TV.
Yep, and afterward they celebrated with free drinks.
Yes.
God damn it, Sohan.
1992, Martina Neravaltola and Judy Nelson settled their Galamoni suits.
Yeah.
What's a galimony?
Palimony, I think. No, two gals, I guess.
What? That can't
It's
be right.
Naratilova.
Galimony. Galimony. Well, it didn't. Suits. Let's see. Height. Suits. Well, it's lawsuit.
Definition.
Bo's just telling us about that. But before you continue on,
there it's misspelled. It's palimony.
Oh, palimony.
Where you're just looking up, it was said palimony. For the two of them, so it's just
palimony. Palimony is a I can't pronounce that word, term used to refer to a court's award of financial support or assets to one party of a non-marital or marital relationship following a breakup. The term is a portmanteau of the words pal, meaning friend, and alimony. Wow, so really,
you ever heard of palimony before?
No,
Really?
I didn't realize people could be such good friends that the legal system would have to intervene. That's ridiculous.
They're living together for a number of years or whatever. So they're not a couple, but they're not married. So they're sued under palimony.
Okay, well, I've never heard of that, but I'm thinking about it. That makes more sense. But let's see here. 1989 and 1991 look interesting. The first 1989, to be specific, Mr. Sohan, if you don't mind.
Okay, the first 1989. The 27th Shuttle Discovery 8 launched first woman to do the countdown. Okay,
That's
first woman
cool.
to do the countdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the first 1991.
1991, Exxon pays $1 billion in fines and cleanup of Valdez oil spill.
I remember that.
Yeah.
The Valdez.
Yeah, that was up in Alaska.
That was a big one.
Exxon Valdez.
Yeah, and then the BP thing happened in the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
That made that look like a tea party.
Yeah.
So we got an election of interest in 1993. Australian federal elections. Australian Labor Party, headed by Paul Keating, was re-elected for a 5th term. 5 terms. Wow. We also have Soul Train Music Awards, the 9th to be specific, held in 1995. Boyz II Men and Anita Baker won. All right. Anita Baker, like what? Am I making a cake or something? Why do I need a baker?
Because Sean's don't make themselves.
That's true. And then we also have some music history. 2004, Luciano Pavarotti performed in his last opera in the New York Metropolitan Opera's Tosca. Yeah, one of the most famous opera singers of all time, Pavarotti.
Yeah.
So, I have got to go see Andrea Bocelli live at one point. I have to. And a couple years ago, when we went over to Arizona, we passed a billboard or something, and didn't we make plans to go back or something to see? Not to where we went, but along the way there was some comedian or something. Remember?
I remember something about that, but I can't even tell you what.
Yeah. Anyway, 2005. I think it's your turn again, Mr. Sohan.
Yeah. 2005. Bob Iger is named CEO of Walt Disney International, succeeding Michael Eisner.
Yeah, Bob Iger.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Because Michael Eisner betrayed the shareholder.
Yep. Is it just me, or does his head look just slightly too small?
Also, let's get to 2006. 21st Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee Black Sabbath, Blondie, Miles Davis, Leonard Skinner, Sex Pistols, Herb Alpert, and Jerry Moss.
Ah,
Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass.
ah. Well, the Tijuana Brass wasn't mentioned on here. So,
No,
but
he was the inductee,
ah,
not the group.
yeah.
And let's see.
Oh, 2008, if you don't mind. This
Sure.
one, the loon would find interesting.
2008 gold prices on the New York Mercantile Exchange hit $1 million.
1,000.
Oh, $1 an ounce for the first time.
Yeah.
$1,000 an ounce. There
Yeah.
you are.
Yep. Hey, gold's up 40, $50 today.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big jump right
Banks.
there. Is that?
One word,
Oh,
banks.
yeah. The banks are like dying right now.
Yeah.
That's true.
Silver's up $1.50 or something.
Jeez. Wow. I wonder what what all this is going to happen.
We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah,
If it continues on, other banks fail, which I think there's going to be more.
yeah.
But if there's one or two more, no big. Even if there's 20 more, we got problems.
Yeah, I actually have a friend in our Discord server here. He's been keeping his thumb on that pulse there, and after the show, if you want, because he's been posting a bunch of numbers, like been talking about the Dow, the stock exchange.
Dow was up today, actually.
Yeah,
It
it
was
says
down then up.
U.S. regional bank stocks now: Western Alliance -75%, First Republic -65%, Zion's Bancorp -43%.
Yeah, that's all the banks.
So,
yeah,
yeah.
the banks are all down.
Yeah, he's been
Which they
posting
would-
like a bunch of links, like a bunch
Yeah.
of screenshots and stuff that I'm looking at right now. For a couple days now, he's been, as I said, he's keeping his finger on that. Anyway, gonna move on up to 2013. Cardinal George Mario Bergoglio was elected the new pope, taking the papal name Pope Francis. Oh, so this is anniversary of Francis, 10 years ago. We've had Francis for 10 years now. Wow. Huh.
Kind of reminds me of actors taking a stage name.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's not
Yeah,
good.
or writers, Mark Twain, that wasn't his real name
Yeah.
or something like that. Like,
Well, a famous woman author had to use a man's name.
yeah, Mary Shelley
Is that who it was?
to get Frankenstein published.
Oh.
Yeah. We got film premiere in 2014, Captain America: The Winter Soldier, directed by Anthony and Joe Russo, starring Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson, premiered in Los Angeles. Okay. 2018, National Geographic magazine admitted its past coverage was racist and issued to mark 50 years since death of Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah, he's one of my heroes.
Yeah, well, if Martin Luther King Jr. isn't in somebody's lineup of heroes,
Yeah.
then we should question that person, honestly, because I have a dream,
Yeah.
I
I wish we were still following what he believed in.
well, like by judging people on the content of their character and not their skin. What a
Yeah.
concept, right?
Wow. What a
Correct.
Yeah.
It is.
2018, U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson was fired via a tweet from President Donald Trump. Wow.
Get a tweet, you're fired.
Wow, dude, that's the most impersonal,
He was-
unprofessional,
He was on the show, You're Fired. What was that show, You're Fired?
The Apprentice.
The Apprentice, yeah,
Yeah.
he fired him
Yeah.
by tweet. I didn't know it was by tweet, but he was.
Wow.
He should have gone. But he took someone out of the business sector and tried to put him in that, and just didn't work.
Wait. Time out. Can you repeat what you just said?
Took Tillerson out of the business sector, and it didn't work, putting him on the national stage.
Oh, wait, but isn't that what Trump did with himself?
Yes, he did.
Well, I guess. Anyway.
Apparently, Tillerson isn't a Trump.
Okay, I got 2019.
Yeah.
Oh God, this guy.
This
Yeah,
guy, he's our
2019
I hate him.
California Governor Galvin Newsom announces indefinite moratorium on the death sentence in the state, saying it discriminates against marginalized communities.
How the hell? How does the death penalty? If you murder somebody, you get the death penalty. How is that marginalizing? It's a murderer. It doesn't matter where they're from. They killed somebody. What the hell? These leftists just.
I mean, it's always turns to racist. That's their power play.
It's
You know, it's
ridiculous.
just a cop kills
Yeah.
a black guy. There's a big stink. How about all the hundreds
Also-
that are shot and killed every weekend, black on black?
Yeah.
There's no stink.
Yeah.
We got to fix that too.
Or how about all the white
No,
people
we
who
don't
get
need
shot?
to fix it. We need
you
the
know?
families to fix it.
Yeah.
Communities to fix it.
Yeah.
In 2019, also in 2019, Cuban-American singer-songwriter Gloria Estefan and singer-musician Emilio Estefan received Library of Congress Win Prize at the DAR Constitutional Hall in Washington, D.C.
Huh. All right.
Yes.
And yeah, go ahead.
2019, home of Medgar Merle Evers, established as a national monument in Jackson, Mississippi by President.
You're cutting in and out again.
How about now?
That's
Yeah.
better.
Who's going to
2019, home of civil rights activists Medgar and Merle Evers, established as national monument in Jackson, Mississippi by President Donald Trump.
Oh, Medgar Evers. Okay, must have been his wife. Medgar Evers. Yeah, he's a.
Huh.
Yeah, him I know.
Huh. So it's like an old 70s flat house. That's interesting. Huh. Yeah, the Medgar and Merle Evers Home National Monument, also known as the Medgar Evers House, is a historical house museum at 2332 Margaret Walker Alexander Drive within the Medgar Evers Historical District in Jackson, Mississippi, U.S. So I'm putting the link to that wiki in the underbar of the
Civil rights
description.
activist is what I was trying to say.
Yeah. So, we also have 2019 member of the New York Gambino mob family, Frank Cali, was shot dead outside his home. First killing of a high-ranking mobster since 1985.
Jeez,
Wow, that's a long time.
almost 25 years, 35 years.
Yeah. Got another historic event in 2020. Black U.S. Breonna Taylor was shot and killed by police officers executing a no-knock warrant on her flat with a battering ram in Louisville, Kentucky. I remember hearing about that. That was yeah, right before the whole George Floyd thing. Well, not right before it, but this got eclipsed by that majorly. I remember everybody was like, freaking out on the media about this, and then the whole George Floyd thing happened, and it just exploded. So, and then in 2020 as well, Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates stepped down from the company's board to focus on philanthropic activities like population control and poisoning everybody. Let's not forget, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation was directly responsible for the Zika virus. So, we also have 2022 75th BAFTA Awards: Best Film, The Power of the Dog; Best Director, Jane Campion; and Acting Awards, Gianna Scanlon and Will Smith. All right. And then 2022 as well, after a 40-day retirement, record-breaking quarterback Tom Brady announced he will play at least one more season in the NFL with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or as now they're called the Tampa Bay Tom Brady's.
Well, he's retired again, so he says this time it's permanent.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I think it is.
How many times did Michael Jordan retire? Went into baseball and ended up coming back. These people, they can't.
He's retired from basketball. If you go into baseball, it has nothing to do with it. But he did come back.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. He came back. Either keep your word or don't retire. It's not that difficult. Anyway, before we move on to Burst and Death's audience, were there any articles that grabbed your attention more than most? Anything you wish we had elaborated more about? Anything you would have liked to say had you been here? Start a dialogue in the comments section. I believe we're going to be losing the loon here.
You are.
All right.
So I'm going to say have a good one, and I'll catch you later.
All right. Thank you for joining.
You bet.
Going to move on into Burst. Mr. Soa, do you want to start us off in 1372?
1372, Louis the First, Duke of Orleans, brother of Charles the Sixth of France, born in Paris.
Yeah. Good old Orleans. Oh.
And 1499, we have Juan Rodriguez Carlo, Portuguese, Spanish conquistador, conquered Central America and later discovered California. Birth date is approximate. Born in either Montelara, Kingdom of Portugal, or Palma del Rio, Kingdom of Castilla.
Huh. Well, all right then. Welcome to the
I
show,
would say
Kingdom. How you doing today?
Hey, hey.
We are right now in the burst. Soen has a third one here in 1764.
Yes, 1764. We have Charles Grey, second Earl Grey, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Whig, 1830 to 1834, born in Fowden, Northumberland, England.
Wow, second Earl Grey? I haven't even had my first cup of tea yet. Jeez. Tea joke there. Tea, Earl Grey, hot. Speaking of Picard. So, we also have Percival Lowell, born on this date in 1855, was a U.S. astronomer, predicted the discovery of Pluto, and founder of the Lowell Observatory in Flagstaff, Arizona, born in Boston, Massachusetts. Alright. Not to be confused with Boston, New York, which I discovered yesterday. There is a Boston out in West New York.
There's a
state.
Paris in Texas.
Ah, yeah, you're right. There's a California city in, like, Iowa or whatever. Like, I don't know. That's weird. But anyway, we also have, give me somebody. Here we go. William J. Casey, 1913. A U.S. head of the CIA during the Iran-Contra scandal from 1981 through 87. Born in New York City, New York, and died in 87. Oh. So he died in that last year. Aspiration pneumonia. That's painful. We also have... I'm sorry?
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. We also have William H. Macy, 73 today. He was born in 1950, a U.S. actor, homicide and war engine. He looks familiar. Born in Miami, Florida. All right.
He was Dr. Connors in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
Wait, Dr. Connors.
AKA the Lizard.
Oh, okay, that's okay. Okay. All right, now I recognize him. Okay.
1956, American baseball executive and CEO of J.P. Morgan. Oh yeah, I didn't say the name. 1956, Jamie Dimon, American business executive and CEO of J.P. Morgan Chase, New York City, New York.
Wow, J.P. Morgan Chase. That's the bank. Like,
yeah.
Jeez.
In 1960, we have Adam Clayton, English-Irish musician and rock bassist U2. I Will Follow in Chinnor, England.
Huh. All right. What else do we have? A pretty big scroll. Here we go.
1985, we have Emil Hirsch. Herschel, yeah. American actor, Into the Wild, speed racer, born in Topanga, California.
Into the Wild, isn't that CGI cartoon like about zoo animals escaping at around the same time as Madagascar? No, it's not. I don't think so. I think that was something else. Into the Wild. Oh no, it's about some guy with a bus or something. Huh. Okay. Anyway, who else do we have born today? We have Kea Scodelario, 1992, a British actress in Skins and The Truth About Emmanuel, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, born in Haywards Heath, West Sussex, England. And then Ozuna, 1992, Puerto Rican singer, Odyssey, born in San Juan, Puerto Rico. And Jack Harlow, 1998, a U.S. rapper, What's Poppin'? My fingers. Born in Louisville, Kentucky. All right. Gonna jump on up into the desk and want to remind Kingdom if he wants to read off anything, he's more than welcome to. All he has to do is speak up. Mr. Soen, do you want to start us off in desk in 624?
624, Abu Safan comes Quasar Rashid, chief and leader of Mecca, after loss at Battle of Badr against Muslim forces.
Huh.
So killed in battle.
Yep. Oh yeah, we spoke about this guy earlier.
Yeah. 1881, Alexander II, Tsar of Russia. 1855 to 1881, assassinated by members of the far left group People's Will at 62. That's the one who couldn't catch the bomb.
Yeah.
To throw it back.
They grenaded him.
Ooh. And 1901, we have Benjamin Harris, 23rd President of the United States, Republican 1889 to 1893. Dies in Indianapolis at 67. I
Dies
say,
of
how can you?
Indianapolis.
How can you die of Indianapolis?
Well, maybe, you got hit by a rogue wheel after a crash in the Daytona 500. I don't know.
Okay.
During the Indy 500. Who else
Okay.
died on the stage? Susan B. Anthony. Oh, wow. Died on the stage in 1906. Was a U.S. social reformer and women's suffrage movement leader. Died of pneumonia at 86. And yeah,
The real one.
Yeah, she went and voted illegally. Then she got fined. What was it, $1 or something? And now she's on a dollar coin. How ironic. So,
yes.
Very.
we also have give me somebody. Big scroll. Is there nobody else? Wow. Breonna Taylor. Oh yeah, we spoke about her earlier too. 2020, a black U.S. medical technician shot and killed by police officers in her home at the age of 26. That's tragic. So,
Oh, okay. I got one.
all right.
2021, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, American boxer, undisputed world middleweight champion, 1980 to 87, second largest unified championship reign in history, dies at 66.
Wow. Huh. Well, he was marvelous.
Oh, 2022, we have William Hurt, American Academy Award winning actor, Big Chill, Children of a Lesser God, Kiss of the Spider Woman, Broadcast News, dies of prostate cancer at 71. He ain't hurting no more.
Man. Yeah, that's still, pun intended, that's a shitty way to go. So. But that shall conclude the show. Once again, you can check the underbar in the description for any links you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things OMNI Coalition, which in itself includes
Showing TV on Twitch.
Yep. For your dose of Past Events Daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific Time, which is 11 Mountain,
12 Central.
and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For any other time zones, go to Google. You can figure it out. It's not that hard. Anyway, for all of you and all of us, I am A.O. Xander.
Shohin.
And in the live studio audience, we have Kingdom. And earlier in the show, we had the Golden Loon. So, until you catch us tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!
Remember, catch grenades.
Yes.